Yo, what's going on, everybody? Black Compass Media, back live, exclusive for everybody. I know it's been a little hiatus. I don't care. Send your hate mail to me directly. I'll answer it. But we back at it. We got a lot of work to do, a lot of things to get to. I've never actually interviewed this man that I have here as a special guest. I have a lot of battle rap related questions, but I would not be me if I didn't address the politics too. Respect what this brother does on and off the court of battle rap and everything like that. We got the one and only Ooops, St. Louis own. What's going on, brother?
Man, you know what it is, man. Oops in the building. What up, bro? Glad to be here.
Hey man, listen, man. I'm happy. I'm happy that you was able to join in with us and everything like that. You know what I mean? I'm happy that you was able to be a part of this, and I guess I gotta start off the same way I start with everybody. How is everything going for Oops? We just saw the battle and everything, but how's everything going with Oops down there in St. Louis?
Everything going really well, bro. I'm actually not in St. Louis no more as
Oh.
B Dot put out there in the battle. Uh, I moved to the West Coast. And
Oh.
yeah, everything is good though, man. I got the documentary out that's doing numbers. I'm
Mm.
back in battle rap heavy. I took 7 battles this year.
Mm.
And I've been on for the most part. So just getting back in the thick of things and trying to let folks know I belong. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go.
Right, right. And I think the let's talk about, and I mean that's a great way to kind of start off, because we just saw what you and B Dot was able to do at Town
Hmm.
Business 2, KOTD. I mean, shout out to
Fact.
them. I personally think, and maybe this is early for everybody, it's my second favorite card of the year. I think it's that good. I think we got a lot of good performances, but you and B Dot's battle sticks out in my opinion for the things that I like to hear in battle rap. All right, can you talk a little bit about that battle, setting that up, and then getting the beat out? And I got some other questions for you on that. Oh, did we lose Oops? Hold on. Uh-oh. Wait, Oops, you're muted, it looks like. All right, let me unmute you. Oops.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. Yeah. You heard the last question?
No, I'm trying to make sure we good. I
Yeah,
get you
yeah,
breaking
yeah.
up a little bit. We good?
Oh no,
Okay,
I
good.
heard you. I heard you perfectly. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Does anyone hear Oops right now? Because I don't.
Yo, 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 yo,
Oh,
yo,
there you
yo.
go. There you go. There you go. I hear you.
All right,
All right,
we
I got you.
good.
Yep, we're good right now.
All right. So setting up the battle. See, a lot of people don't know. I'm close with a lot of battle rappers.
Yeah.
We have a lot of real conversations outside of battle rap. And B Dot is one of them. B Dot like a little brother to me. And
Mm.
so we had got to a point where so many people wanted to see our battle because of the content. But then we had kind of consciously said, you know what, we not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do it because we both fighting for the same thing. Two black men on stage tearing each other down. You know what I'm saying? All those reasons, right?
True.
And so it just came full circle. B Dot had been retired. I had been telling B Dot, look, the game needs you, bro. Like, it's you just got to be out here. They need your message.
Mm-hmm.
And KOTD hit us up. Now ARP was the first one to try to book this battle. So when KOTD hit us up, we instantly called ARP like, bro, I know you tried to book this. Just trying to cover our tracks and make sure that because ARP is my brother too.
Yeah.
RP is the
Yeah.
crib.
Mm-hmm.
And ARP, being the person who he is, he like, man, get y'all money, get on that platform, do something big, I'm good. And so he's like, cool. So we chopped it up and we was like, look, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it. I know we partners, like B Dot said, we partners, but when we get in that ring, it's a little different. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I bet. Well, it had to make sense, and KLTD made it make sense. It was on a good stage, as well as in a good place, being in Oakland. And I feel like even with what I'm saying, even with my slip up in the second, I feel like that we gave the fans and the culture kind of what they was looking for on both spectrums, right? Like
Mm.
you knew B Dot was gonna come in and be militant and he was gonna attack and he was gonna go hard. And you knew me, I was gonna be on my, Martin Luther King empowerment, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
still bring my message in the third round. And I think top to bottom, I think it's a great battle. And I honestly think that we definitely gave the culture something different and what they needed.
Right. So, and I think since you've been back, and specifically because now you've transitioned out of the with the politics and everything like that, and I do have to commend you for that as well. But it seems like a sort of, I don't know if it's a maturity or growth or an experience or a set of experiences that you've incorporated into the rhymes, and I
Hmm.
really I want to dig into that too. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, shout out to Active and Craig. I mean,
Oh
shout
yeah,
out,
absolutely.
shout out to
Yeah.
him. I think you and Emerson had a goodie as well. But can you talk about the experience of coming back?
Hmm.
And kind of how it's been really sort of transitioning for you. Is the mindset different for you this time around?
Hmm. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different in the sense that before, so if you take me before Craig, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before Craig, I was still in office. I was actually still in office with Craig, but I was transitioning out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I had so much on me. Like even if you look at my old battles, before this year, you can even see like I picked up weight. I look healthier. I'm more energetic. Like
Right.
life just different for me now. So now I'm able to get in this ring, not having certain stresses. Those stresses, I'm still doing the work, but those stresses of politics and what I was going through, even mentally, like it's different now. Like you're right, my mind has matured, my performance has matured. I've kind of found I found myself, and I understand what I need to be to battle rap. I don't need to be what people need me to be. I need to be what I came here to be, and that's somebody that's going to use this platform to not only do my work as a battle rapper, but more importantly, put this message out here. Right, let folks know that what we could be doing stuff outside of just, what I'm saying, creative gun bars on stage for 3 rounds for a couple years. It ain't no lifespan in that.
Right.
My battle rap lifespan will be longer than anybody's, because it's gonna get to a point where people don't want to hear a 40-year-old twerk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They ain't going to hear.
A 40-year-old strapped in. I don't know.
Yeah, they got, after a while the young cat's gonna come up like, you've been strapped in too long. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Right.
what's next? But you will be able to hear a 40-year-old chess, right?
Mm.
Like you'll see chess kind of evolve, and that's kind of what I want for all the battle rappers, because I'm older than 90% of the battle rappers.
Oh, God
And
bless you. Me too. Yeah.
yeah, so I be wanting to see that. Like I enjoy Rum. I enjoy them some of my favorites. Twerk one of my favorites. But I want to see something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see you grow. So that's what I do on stage. And now I've been able to do that since transitioning, and show like my maturity, show my kind of big brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah,
Exactly.
you could get Craig, like I told Craig, you get on stage and punch me to death. That's cool. I got a strong chin, but what's gonna happen when I do what you do combined with what I do?
Yeah, yeah, and it was, and I think in that case it was just too much for him.
Yeah.
And now let's talk about growth and transitioning and everything. I think, and I will do the time machine because I like to remind us all as fans collectively what we were doing at the time. When you were
Right.
coming with the civic minded approach, all the different breakdowns, nuances in terms of like consciousness and all that was
Hmm.
not necessarily in vogue. I mean, of course, you had the Shadow of Lux and everything like that. What you and Daylight were able to do was to create a battle that really aged well. To this day, you're able to see. Do you feel like
Hmm.
MCs are pigeonholing themselves in terms of growth, in terms of being able to really, grow as an artist and display that in battle rap?
So I think they pigeonhole themselves when they don't think about the long run, right? Like if they have this idea that they are going to be able to battle rap in this sense forever, then that's a problem,
Mm.
right? But I think if they got this mindset that, I'm gonna punch right now, I'm a gun ball, I'm gonna do what I gotta do right now, but eventually there's gonna be this transition into, what I'm saying, something bigger, something more widespread. And I think what you'll see in these next coming years is some of those battle rappers who have been doing it for a while, who continue to try to reinvent themselves, but not as successful as doing it.
Mm.
You'll see them kind of like start to trickle off in a lot of these newer cats who are coming in. Ace Amin always come to mind for me, because I see him as this. I see him as being their uh their generation's like Head Ice, right?
Mm.
Like he can rap till he 40, 45. You know what I'm saying? However old Head Ice is. right? He can do that because he got that. I feel like he's got enough of like life experience right now to do it. In
Right.
battle rap, he's only gonna grow, and his message, he gonna be able to use all that stuff that he been through. He gonna be able to do it effective. Like, look what he been able to do, and kind of this fan, how he's been able to capture the fans in just 3, 4, 5 battles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think sometimes artists do pigeontoed themselves, but like I feel like what we should be doing is some of the cats who've been in it for a while, because people don't understand. Like, I've been battling since 2012,
Mm.
and this wasn't no. I always tell people I feel like I'm the Marshall Falk of battle rap.
Oh, okay. How's
Like,
that? Let's talk about it.
be, because Marshall Falk, he came to St. Louis. He was, he won the Super Bowl. They was, known as the greatest show on turf.
Oh yeah.
That's what got him his Hall of Fame, is his super is St. Louis, right?
Right. Right.
People don't know he played 6, 7 years before that with the Indianapolis Colts,
Yeah, that's a
right?
fact.
He wasn't that Marshall Falk in St. What I'm saying, in Indianapolis as he was. He wasn't the same when he got to St. Louis, right?
Right.
He learned the game more. He evolved more. He got older. He's like, I bet, well, this fits more for me, so I might be better at this, being this type of back, than just this type of back what they tried to make me.
Right.
And that's how I feel about me. Like, my battles, I was, I came in smoking. Like, I was smoking cats who didn't have names just like me,
Mm-hmm.
but I was traveling, I was doing my thing, and then it got to this point where people like, all right, he cool. And then me and Daylight, we set the world off. But verse O Red, people act like we didn't have a classic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. That was a goodie too. That's a fact.
Yeah, that was a people act like I didn't have a classic with Excel. Like, these are all battles that are better than a lot of the battles that folks try to put up top. But it was because of my name. It was because of Ooops. Yeah, he cool. Yeah, he be choking a little bit. Yeah, his third rounds, he just be talking. He don't be really
True.
be directing. Now
Right.
people are understanding that all of that was a transition to get to where I am now. Now people are finally realizing, they're like, oh, okay, we rock with what Oops do. I bet we understand why his third rounds are the way they are. Okay, Oops is really doing the stuff that he's rapping about in real life.
Exactly.
And that's
And I'm glad you said that last part. And I think that's what changed everybody's opinion. It's like, all right,
absolutely.
he's walking his talk. So, and just on your Marshall Falk analogy, I think
Hmm.
that's very interesting. Now, the reason why Falk was able, and by the way, that Titans loss, that to this day, that shit still makes my stomach hurt when I see that highlight on the NFL channel. Like, what? Like, it's really 1 yard. Anyway, shout out to what was that, Dyson? But now on that, he was able to he was around coaches and personnel that believed in him and believed in his
Absolutely.
talent. And
Oh,
you still have the ability to go around so many different places despite what people want to say wins or losses. So what do you attribute that to? And how have you been helped with by the different leagues on getting on the platforms?
so first of all, uh, you have to give it. I call them the big four,
Mm.
and for me, and so when I was just coming up, from Street Status is my brother, right? He's the one that got me into battle rap. And it was initially me getting into battle rap to say, all right, bet, because I had hot music in St. Louis, I had songs on the radio, I had deals on the table, like I had it going in St. Louis, and
Mm.
so he was like, hey, you want to push your music out here? This battle rap platform is a good way to go. Blah blah blah. I'm like, bet, let's do it. I just slipped up and fell in love with battle rap,
Mm.
so that's what I wanted to do. And then after that, when guerrilla warfare came into play, I was on a first card that they did with Black Ice, and then I was on other cards. And because of unfortunate incident back in September, like I owe them because I don't really do the canceling and all that. But
Right.
those were the two that put me on, as far as those smaller leagues. And shouts out to Milwaukee too. Milwaukee, go hard or go home. They rocked with me too.
Oh yeah, shout out to
But
Milwaukee. That's a fact.
yeah, but those two really got me to where I needed to be. ARP came to the guerrilla warfare event and was like, "Oh, dude, you just smoked example. Bet, I'm trying to get this card together, so on and so forth." I fly out there on my own accord. I was like, "Bro, it's good. You ain't got I fly out here. Just give me an opponent."
Mm.
He gave me an opponent that had no footage, that had one battle, and I went up there and did my thing. And after that, ARP believed in me. So I had a couple battles. I had that. I had Mr. Mills.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, all right, we're gonna give you O Red. I'm like, oh Red, hold on. In my head, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for O Red.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I could talk, I could sit up here and type and talk all day, but
Right.
I ain't want to let my pride mess up my judgment.
Mm-hmm.
But it finally hit me like if you gonna give me the shot, I might as well take it. And we turned that into something, and we turned daylight into something, which in turn, being around Magic, who is my brother, right?
Mm.
I'm flying places to see him battle. I'm at every one of his battles. You see me in the background, and I'm just flying on my own dime to have his back and support him, as well as the other cats who was in writer's block. And we go to KLTD, and unfortunate incident with him and Fox, and I had to press Fox, and that's what got KLTD interested in me. They like, all right, bet. Well, don't you rap? Cool, we're gonna give you a shot. So it was
Mm.
kind of like it was a hard work. It was me putting my own money up, in the beginning, but it was also being at the right place at the right time. And really, when I say the help that I've had and the success that I had, well, I can't say that without mentioning Magic,
Hmm.
Street Status, Guerrilla Warfare, especially ARP and RBE and,
Right.
and KOTD,
Right.
right? And that's where I get this mindset. And really, I just want to say this because this ain't it. This is not to send a shot, but this goes to show other artists that look, the main stage is whatever you make it. It's
Mm. Let's
it's
talk
not
about
a
it.
it's because it's not about like nobody will ever be able to say, well, I am the reason, right? I am the reason this happened, or I am the reason this happened for Oops, or no, it happened because of collective of things. And so if I'm able to touch all of these different stages and I go do my thing on all these different stages, who's to say why wasn't me and B Dot considered a main stage battle? Why wasn't me and Daylight considered a main stage battle? That's
Mm.
because of this perception of, even that perception of, it only counts on one league. That's not
Yeah.
that's that's not fair.
Now, oops. I,
Because
I, I gotta. I don't look. I don't want to cut you off, but you said what?
hmm
You still in politics? We not about to be political. You said it's only one system in town that is deemed and stuff.
oh
Like,
oh
is that
oh
what we getting
oh
at?
oh
But like, I don't. I
oh
want to.
oh
Yeah.
oh bro, let me speak candidly, because
Okay. Let's
even
do
as
it.
even as a politician, I was straightforward.
Oh yeah. See,
And
that's what I
that's
like.
why,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why they didn't like me. But uh like this URL system, right?
Yeah.
So I fly out to, everybody seen me at URL battles as a
Right.
fan. I spent a lot of thousands last year, well, this year, supporting my brothers on that battle on URL, supporting the culture, $7 a month for an app, whatever it is, right? Pay per
Mm-hmm.
views, whatever. But this idea that me and Daylight don't count because it wasn't on URL, like there's no factual basis to that. We got 1 million views.
True.
We got 1 million views. I have a couple million views now as a battle rapper that's never stepped foot on a URL stage. But when I go into a URL event,
Mm-hmm.
all of the fans rock with me. They
Right.
want to take pictures like I'm on the card. They want to rap with me like I'm on the card. I rap with them. I'm in the crowd. I barely go on the stage. I'm in the crowd buying drinks and commenting and shooting the shit with them. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why we there? But and everybody's asking me, hey, oh, why you ain't, this crazy. Even the URL top rappers rock with me in the sense where they like, bro, we don't know what, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what it is. And I've gotten to the point where it's cool. I'm not even I'm comfortable in life. I'm cool where I'm at. I'm okay with where I've touched the stage at. But we have to shift this narrative that it only counts
Mm.
here, because that's not fair when you can't possibly book every single battle rapper.
True.
You,
That
you
that is
can't
very
you
true.
you can't book all these battle rappers. So what are they supposed to wait? Are they not supposed to make their money, right? Because a lot of people want to do this. I mean, people can be artists, people can be all type of artists as a profession. Painters, actors, musicians, whatever it is, they can do that as a profession. So why can't they do that with battle rap? And it's enough leagues out here, it's enough money out here all year to be able to do that. But this idea that I have to sit and wait, or I have to take this small battle in order to get here when I've already built my name up. No way I'm doing a PG. No way I'm not doing any of that. I've touched the main stage. I've battled the top tiers. I have a good resume. Put me in her because it's gonna make sense for both of us. I got a documentary coming out on MTV where millions of people across the world are gonna see, and a fourth of the documentary is about battle rap.
That's
So you know
incredible.
what them, bro? You know what they gonna do when they finish watching that? They're gonna
Hmm.
go right to YouTube, type in Bruce Franks, the battle rapper from St. Louis, or Oops from St.
Wow.
Louis.
Right.
Look up the battles, and y'all gonna see a spike in views instantly because now it's been released to the world. We up for an Oscar. Like we find
Mm.
out if we nominated for an Oscar. Like, do you know what that does
That's
for battle
heavy.
rap?
That's in that.
That's
What? Like what? Okay. First of all, oops. I saw you in at Lockdown in Philly. Way to bury the headline, my nigga. What are you talking? Like, what are you talking? Let's talk about this MTV joint. Like, what? It's that type of production, and is it mostly rooted in battle rap and politics, or what is the? I hate to segue like that, but I have to know now. You know what I mean?
so no, it's my life in a 28-minute short film. So
Mm,
not only does it talk about fatherhood, not only does it talk about depression, not
right.
only does it talk about politics, not only does it talk about the gun violence that I've witnessed, it talks about battle rap being who I am. I don't get to separate Oops from Bruce Franks. When
Mm,
I when I was in the House of Representatives, bro,
hmm.
I bought battle rap to politics. I let them know, no, this y'all got to get this. Y'all got to see this.
Right.
No, y'all got to know this. What I do when I'm using battle rap lingo on the House floor when I'm debating with cats. Like I'm giving them third rounds all day.
And I'll be the nigga in the back. Say it again. Like I don't.
Right.
Gentleman
No,
only has
but
5 minutes. Like, but yeah, go ahead.
you heard me, but that's how it was. And so, but I needed people to know, like, this is me. You don't get to say, oh, Oops over here and Bruce over there. Like Emerson said in this about, no, I am Bruce Franks slash Oops every day, all day, because both of them encompass who I am. So this film, bro, and when the battle rappers and the battle rap community see this film,
Hmm.
they gonna understand all of my third rounds. Like they gonna feel connected with the story because they've heard it in my third rounds.
Absolutely
They've heard
incredible.
about my brother. They've heard about my mental health. They heard about the politics. They heard about me being a father. They heard about all these things. And this is exactly what this movie is about. So there's almost no battle rapper that can definitively say 85, 90% of the time the things that he says is the things that he's doing and going through each and every day.
Mm,
And so
right.
when that film drops, it got acquired by MTV. We've won almost every film festival that we've been a part of this year. I've been traveling crazy with the films,
Wow.
the
Wow.
St. Louis Superman, and it's actually MTV's going to release it later this year. But we've been on kind of this festival run, and it's this awards campaign behind it.
Hmm.
And like if you look up St. Louis Superman online, the documentary, you'll see uh, we just mentioned by all of the top folks for Oscar consideration, right?
That is
Top
incredible.
top 10, top 3, one of the best, if not the best. And so that's all humbling to me because I'm not, no matter what happens, I'm happy with the success of the film. But translating that back, bro, like transitioning back to what he's talking about on stage, why wouldn't you have this person on your platform? Right? Like
Yeah.
why wouldn't we be able, like, why? Because we'll benefit from each other. This ain't gonna be a one-way street. It ain't gonna be just me because the money was never anything to me. I've always made my own money outside of battle rap. There have been battles that y'all watched that I took for free and flew my own self to the battle and paid for my own hotel simply because I wanted that artist who I battled to be on that card,
Mm,
simply because I wanted to do a favor for an artist who I felt like was family and ain't getting a shot and ain't getting a shine, or they trying to, they not paying attention to them like they should. So no, let me step out here, let me fly out here and do this just off the strength and off the love. So the money ain't the thing. It's about my message. If you let me get my message off, I'm cool. I'm straight.
yeah. I think, man, I'm in awe of the story, and I'm looking at the IMBD title as well. I can't help but notice the Tribeca bookings as well. I think this is an incredible story. And by the way, man, St. Louis Superman, if you look at that picture right there, brother, at that
Oh
front,
yeah,
That's
Yeah, bro.
powerful. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole lot of I'm gonna stick to the battle rap right now, but I got a whole lot of things to say. I want to support what you got going on with this film and everything too. This is dope. We should put our weight behind this. This is
No,
fire.
that's what's up.
Um,
Absolutely.
let's. I want to transition back though, just a step, and I
Okay. Yeah,
want to
let's
talk
do it.
about the difference though. Why should, and I'm going to speak as a because everybody thinks I work for URL anyway, but shout out to P and them. I don't. I would like a
Uh,
paycheck sometime, but
Nah,
whatever.
salute to P and M though.
You
Salute to
know,
P. Salute to the whole squad.
yeah. Salute to the squad. But let me put my hat on from the URL office and say that the pressure is different on URL. We've seen great artists, the best artists, choke under pressure and be blinded by the bright lights in the big warehouse filled with thousands of people. So your battle with Daylight was dope, but the pressure, the stakes weren't as high. You weren't in a box office situation where, the fans or whether or not they come and support the next event, it's not there. So why should I credit that battle the same if I know that they're under these stakes?
Because this, as a league owner, I could see that. I could see that. But realistically, as a league owner, without battle rappers, you have no league. We could get together. We could all get together, go and say we're gonna meet in a corner of 134th and something else, and we're gonna rap. We could put out flyers. Fans could come. We could rap for free. We could throw our own events. But that's not what we do because we know there are certain aspects of this that when you talk about business, we are the artists. They are these are the folks that create the platform. So in that sense, the pressure was on me as an artist, and the pressure was also on that small league because they don't have the resources that this big league have, right? If you book somebody like Daylight, who ain't cheap on this up and coming league, with this cat who people barely know, it is a chance that this event, hey, this might be the last event. This event might not get us to where we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Just so happened you took a chance on this young cat, did what he's supposed to do, created a classic. Now, if you look at URL in that sense, URL has built where they are. Nobody can take that away from them.
No one.
They built, can't nobody. I don't care if you like them, dislike them. I don't care about none of that. You can't take away from what they've done for the culture, and you can't take away that platform that they built. But now that you've built this platform, you have to be able to throw these cats in that fire. You have to be able to put them on that ring in front of those folks. But if they happen to, because I'll take Magic for instance. Magic was one of the best, if not the best, on URL for it was about 18. He had about an 18-month, 2-year run.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Right?
Actually, Prime Magic was that deal. That's a fact.
Man,
Yeah.
you talking about Charlie Clips, you talking about Chiller, you talking about kicking DNA at, like, I'm talking about was going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Magic slip up, have a hard time. Fans start getting on them. URL, they not really booking them after that.
Right.
They don't really give them a chance after that. It's a wrap. The difference is with me, I choke on RBE.
Mm-hmm.
ARP hit me up and say, because he sees me, not only his family, right, but he sees me as an investment.
Okay.
You invested in me. Cool. Well, what's wrong? What's going on? Like not just, oh, let me kick him to the curb because he didn't choke and blah, blah, blah. Man, what's going on? Why you choke? Because I know you prepared. Is it preparation? No, bro, it ain't preparation. I'm going through a divorce. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. Because we have real lives outside of battle rap. And this is all going to circle back in, too.
Okay.
We all have real lives outside of battle rap. So to the fans and the league owners, they looking at it like, 9 minutes, perform her, perfect. If you don't, it's a wrap. So imagine having that pressure on top of whatever it is you're going on in life. Because most of these rappers are working full time. Most of these rappers got kids. Most of these rappers got families. They got real shit going on all day. And so when you get on this platform, you got to be able to, you got to treat them like real employees if that's the case. If you're going to make it to the point where, if you're going to get to a point where your stage and your platform that you have, right, you've built it to this platform right here, it has to be sustainable for these artists. And it's not sustainable when soon as you choke, soon as you fumble, soon as you whatever, we ain't gonna, we gonna push them to the side. Had I been pushed to the side when I choked, I wouldn't have been able to be the Oops I am today.
And I take your point, and I think that's important, especially considering, the type of things that you bring into the stage. A lot of others too, but two things. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
you got a whole machine of people behind you. You got guys who are hungry. If you have a league that you running with all these hungry, talented guys, and you drop the ball a couple times, like, okay, isn't he well within his right to say, you know what, nah, I can't do this. But and also, I guess the fact that you bring something different, do you think that gives you a leg up? Otherwise, would the chokes be more meaningful for you?
So I do think it gives me a leg up now, but I had to get here. I had to
True.
get to this point. I didn't just pop up here. I didn't come in with this amazing amount of talent that everybody rocked with, and I was an amazing puncher and amazing rapper. No, I had to grow into it. And so I feel what you said. You absolutely right with the hungry guys behind you. But what happens when those top tier guys, they do their thing, or even those mid tiers? I bet you ain't gonna book me. Cool, I understand.
Mm.
But I'm gonna go over here and get money. I'm gonna go somewhere else. No disrespect to the league, no disrespect to nobody else, but I'm gonna go over here and get money. Then they go over here and they do their numbers. They go
Mm.
over here and it's comfortable for them. They get back in their groove and they get back going which has happened. If we want to talk about that transition back and forth between URL and certain leagues and URL, right? You had a point of time where they might not have been messing with a certain cat, and they come out and they say, "I bet," they get his performance, and they back smoking, and now it's like, "I bet, let me book him, let me
Right.
book him." But it get to a point like now it's this thing back and forth with certain leagues. There's this tension there where, okay, I don't want to book this certain cat then because he been over here. Oh, I'm gonna stop this battle, or I'm gonna pause this battle, or I'm gonna do battle rap politics when it comes to this battle, but not this battle over here. For artists, that gets confusing because you got cats who are here just trying to make it at the end of the day, and they
Right.
feel like if they doing a thing, I should be able to go do my thing anywhere if I know where home is. See, that's the thing about where I'm at. There's never a, oh, oops, don't battle over there. Like ARP's never even told me not to battle on URL. And we know whatever little tension they got. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is between them, I really don't get involved. ARP, my brother, I respect URL for their platform. I don't
Right.
get in the middle of that, right?
Yeah.
But I know where home is. And he's never not come to me once and said, "Hey, don't battle on URL." Or don't, bruh, don't. I don't know. Whenever it was even a conversation mentioned, he
So that
always
that
said,
never came up though, because I mean, this is the type of shit that people
"Oh,
speculate on the
listen,
blogs
not
and the
listen,
conspiracy folks among
listen,
us. What's up?
listen, not one time. I
Wow.
mean, I that's on my kids' souls, and everybody know what my kids mean to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, not one time has he said, don't, you know what he say? Well, if you can get your money, get your money. Do what you gonna do. That's it. He know what I'm trying to do with my message, and he wants me to be able to get that out on whatever platform. But he knows for a fact if I go over here, I'm not signing no contract. I'm not gonna say, well, I'm gonna do a certain amount of battles with y'all, and I ain't gonna do it nowhere else. No, this is the crib. I should be able to do that because I'm gonna bring something over here. I'm gonna bring a whole set of fans that don't even watch. I got a whole set of fans that don't even watch battle rap. They just watch me because they wasn't into battle rap. They was into politics. They was into activism. They live in all these different places, but they check for my battles. So that's bringing a whole new spectrum to this. I got this movie with MTV. I got all these different things going on. I got more stuff coming up that's going to be on a wider platform, and I'm trying to bring a different light to battle rap. I'm trying to bring a whole nother light to battle rap. So why not be on what we consider the biggest platform, right? The biggest stage, the NBA of battle rap, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not book this artist who's scoring 40 a game over here in Lithuania?
Mm.
Right? Why not bring him to the NBA and see what he could do? Because you know what? When it comes to the world leagues and Olympics, he still get to go over there and play for Lithuania.
True. That's a
Those
fact.
NBA players still get to go and play for their countries.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they know where home is. And so once league owners, and this ain't just them. I mean, I feel like it's them simply because of them being the biggest platform and us knowing just like certain things that have happened. But other small leagues are kind of getting in this too because they got beef with other small leagues that are close in proximity or whatever. So they got their little artists that they like, nah, we don't want to rock with them. But when league owners start to understand, like, look, they gonna come back to the crib as long as we doing them right. They gonna come back to the crib. It's in too deep.
Right, man.
It's in too deep. If
It,
you not feeding me, I'm gonna go to where they feed me.
you have to. Yeah, I mean, you have to respect that decision. I mean, I just feel like the culture itself has to be honest when it comes to assessments of battles and battle rap and leagues and things like that.
Absolutely.
And now on that note, and I gotta find my lighter because it's about to get petty in here. Now, I did a thing that I normally do. I went to Twitter and I immediately made a starting five Midwest list. My current starting five for the Midwest is Averb, Hitman, Ill Will, JC, and A Ward. Now, you responded to that, said, fuck it, I shoot off the bench. Cool. Now, somebody came at you with some Calicoe, because I left Calicoe off it, and you made a comment. I want to address that comment on. Black, yeah,
absolutely.
I want to get that Black Compass Radio. I want to. Let's talk about it. Oops, what's up, man? What are your thoughts?
So one thing that bothers me is when if I ain't did nothing in the last 2 years, 3 years, I get that we got fans who gonna rock with us, family who gonna rock with us forever. But we can't let our pride mess up our judgment.
Okay.
The first thing I said was, when I said, he said, "Oh, you ain't better than Calicoe," and I said, it didn't. For one, of course, I feel like I'm better than Calicoe. I'm supposed to feel that way, right? But on the same hand, I didn't mention being better than Calicoe. He said it's top 5 right now in the Midwest. You can't put Calicoe in there.
Why can't Calicoe be in the top 5 right now? Let's break this down.
Because the top 5 you put up has done more for the culture this year, last year, and matter of fact, the year before that too. We got to look at what have you done for me lately. You don't get to you don't get to just Jordan don't get to come off the bench right now at 45, at 50, however old he is, right? Like you don't just because you was great and you were dope and you was one of the best.
But that only assumes he lost a step, right? Are you saying he lost a step, or he just hasn't been what he once was? What are you getting at?
It's not that he lost a step. I feel like Calicoe hasn't necessarily transitioned into what battle rap is today. Now, I feel like a lot of times what we have to do is we as cats who've been battling for a minute, we do have to reinvent ourselves to a certain extent or find that unique niche. And what I can say is that Calicoe does have that niche. Calicoe, it ain't too many cats that can get up there and really out-rap Calicoe. Right? You're not going to get up there and out-rap Calicoe, especially when it comes to being street, especially when it comes to just putting words together, right? Even in his storytelling mode. Right, Calicoe got conviction. Calicoe got a lot of attributes.
Exactly.
But I feel like right now, you put him on stage with any of those 5 that you put in your top 5, Calicoe can't beat nobody in that top 5, and there is a reason why you didn't put him in your top 5.
There's a reason. Because I just I haven't seen it yet. The last time I seen Crazy Calicoe, in my opinion, was Surf for a battle, not for a round. I think he had a crazy round with Ill Will, and I think he mailed it in versus Big K. But that's my opinion.
No, and that's my opinion too. I like Calicoe Midwest. It ain't no hate there. But if we talking about the art of competition and the art of war and what we doing, Calicoe ain't never battled nobody that's gonna talk to him like I'm gonna talk to him. Calicoe ain't never battled nobody that can dissect him like I'm gonna dissect him. Right?
We loaded Lux.
Oh yeah. Oh no. That goes without saying. I don't even count that.
Right? That's in the clouds. Okay.
I'm talking about from this point, right? And that was still a good Calicoe. That was still a good Calicoe versus Loaded Lux.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not saying that. That's different. That's you talking about. I'm talking about from that point now, because Calicoe was cooking then. That's our point. Calicoe he got Lux. He got Lux for a reason. But we talking about now.
Mm.
We're talking about somebody who not it ain't and it ain't even just talking about you because I feel like Lux did him dirty with the whole father angle and the blackface angle, but I feel like Lux still didn't do it like he was supposed to.
It's more
Like
to say, you feel like.
yeah, oh yeah, man, you can't get it, you can't call like I told Excel. I ain't gonna call you lost without being a GPS to help you find your way.
Mm.
You don't just get to stand up here and call another black man lost and bag on his father and what his father did and the convictions that and then not bring him in, not empower him, not oh okay, but this what you could be doing or this what your father should have did or blah blah blah. Nah, but that was dope what he did. It was fire, but just imagine how much fire if it would have been if he would have brought it all the way back around. That would have been crazy. So I just feel like I have something different. Like I might not be able to outpunch a lot of these cats. I might not be able to out scheme a lot of these cats. But what I am good at is dissecting. I'm good at storytelling. I'm good at conviction. I'm good at emotion and passion, which also works against me sometimes because I get so worked up that I got to bring it back and I stumble and I got to all right, hold on, calm down, get it together, bet. All right, now I'm ready. Which I'm a
Okay.
lot better at now than I was before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
so
but that is so. Are you saying? Yeah, because I want to. Are you saying you can fuck with Calico right now? Let me light my shit up. Where's my? Where
oh, that
my? Yeah, I'm not doing this with you. Oops. But
yeah.
you
Before
saying you
you,
can? Yeah. What's up?
I'm absolutely saying like, yeah, without question, without question. I bought them the best daylight they ever seen. I bought battle rap the best daylight they ever seen. And bro, that's not even up for debate because you're talking about from the start of his first round to the end of his third round, full rounds, fire,
Fire.
message, punches, schemes, real talk, conviction. I bought y'all the best daylight y'all ever seen, and I did my thing. I didn't die versus the best daylight they ever seen. Like,
Mm.
and I'm not even that rapper in it. Like, I feel like I'm way better than I was in that battle. I feel like I'm way better as a battle rapper as far as even understanding punches, schemes, and now owning what I do, and knowing what I do, and knowing what I'm supposed to get on this stage and do. Oh man, nah, Calico can't do nothing with me.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. So Cal can't do nothing with you, and that's based on Cal's current work,
That's
and
based on
just
Cal's current work.
what we've been seeing outside. But I always think he is formidable. You put him in that pressure situation, he typically does deliver. I think it's only recently we've seen. I think the twerk thing disappointed me. That one caught me off guard. I'm gonna be honest about that.
On the
But,
big stage. Like I was there. I was standing right on stage.
bruh,
Oh yeah, we was there. But I was standing right on stage and think about it this way, bro. Think about it like this. You seen a B dot battle.
I did enjoyed it.
B dot was really good.
He was wigging.
B dot was going crazy.
Yes.
We've seen B dot. If you've watched B dot, you know B dot been battling for about 5-6 years. Uh, got some crazy battles, got some viral moments in battle rap. B
Mm-hmm.
dot was wigging for 3 rounds straight.
Yeah. All three.
Like he didn't take a break. Right? This is one of the best B dots you've seen. Like you can put this up there with if you consider Emerson B dot the best B dot, or
It's
if you
incredible.
consider Daylight B dot, or if you consider
Danny.
Verb Cortez, Danny, whichever one, right? You can put this up there and you can argue, you can make an argument for it being, top 2 B dots you ever seen. Same way with Excel. Same way with Daylight. Same way. Man, when I battled Suge, man, I dropped the ball. Suge was up there wigging for 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped the ball. That could have been one of them ones.
Yeah.
I got up there sick and all this other shit. Didn't make no excuses. I lost. Suge was up there wigging. So when I step on stage, I don't know what it is, but artists feel like it ain't even that I'm saying they know not to play with me. They just feel like they can't. because I feel like from the daylight battle, they've understood that, oh, he gonna come, he gonna try to come with it. And
Right.
I don't need to, this ain't where I need to lose my steam at. Right? I don't need to lose my steam right here.
And shout out to the live. I got to shout the people out, man. Shout out to y'all. It's 165 in here in the live for Black Compass. Shout.
Salute y'all, salute y'all.
We on here right now with Ooops. Shout out to society here. Ooops, if you're looking at the chat, they are not pulling any punches anywhere. People saying, "Oh, you think you better than Cal? Get the fuck out of here." This man chokes. What is he talking about? Like, they on you.
They supposed to though. But you know what's the wild thing about people saying, "Oh, oops, you choke, you choke, you choke." I put that tweet up earlier. When you look at my body of work this year, right? All solid performances. Not one performance where you could say, my active performance, it was probably my worst performance all year. That was the performance where I didn't do as well as I done at the other ones, but it still was a solid performance. Everything else, Craig Lamar, crazy performance. Emerson, crazy performance. B-Dot, crazy performance. My one rounder versus Dex in St. Louis, crazy performance. Like, I'm not getting the credit for when I am cooking now. Right? Like, I've been on this little stint where I've been cooked even before Craig, my one rounder with Tone Bone, that's actually in the documentary where I went crazy too. Like, so I get it. I understand. Like, I've choked. I've been the first one to come to social media and own up to what I don't make no excuses and I don't argue about it. But when I'm cooking, I just, give me my flowers while I'm hurt. I'm cooking.
Okay.
I'm cooking now. So can I get that? Or, because he cooked for these last 4, 5, 6 battles, we still got to see more. But the moment he gets confidence in himself and he say, okay, well, I could beat so-and-so because, you be choking. Well, when the last time I choked? When the last time I had a performance where you had to turn the battle off? Where you like, oh, man, ain't no replay value to that battle.
Right.
When the last time I had one of those? It's been a while. So all I'm saying is just give me my props while I'm here. I get it. If I choke, if you don't rock with me because of that, I can't do nothing but respect that because you entitled to how you feel.
Sure.
You're entitled, especially as a fan, especially as a consumer, as somebody paying their money to watch these battles. I get it. So I ain't gonna never argue with you about that.
I wanna do this if you have a second for us. I appreciate your time up here as well.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say that at first.
All time in the world.
But we do have some fans that want to chime in. People have things to say, as you would imagine, and everything like that. Once again, we up here with Ooops. Gonna take some society calls and things like that. If you're in the Discord, because I see the energy in here, you're in the Discord. You want to talk. Mike, you already know what to do. So we're going to talk. But I'm going to get my man Zanny on. He's from the UK. He wants to address you, all right? So,
okay, cool.
Zanny, what up?
Yo, what's good, man?
What's going on with you? You on with Ooops?
Yeah, I was just asking, obviously, in a couple of weeks, you're battling Villain on Premier Battles.
Yeah,
I was wondering if I was wondering if you're preparing for that any differently to say your beat-up battle.
So, not really, because this is my first time, coming to the UK, and I know Villain got some views. Villain got somewhat of a resume, but this is my first time in the UK, so it wouldn't be fair to the UK if I didn't prepare for Villain like I prepared for B-Dot, right? Because I don't want to cover. My goal is to not have a classic with Villain. No diss to Villain. Like my goal is to come over to UK and kick Villain ass.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to go over there and be one of the best that I've been, because I'm never battling my opponent. Most of the time I'm battling my last performance. So if I'm battling my last performance now, that means I need to step it up. And the moment I got off stage with B-Dot, I started writing. I didn't even stay for Disaster and SoulCon. I left and went to my hotel and finished up my second round for Villain. And I've already got both my first and second memorized. So I'm in a different bag right now. It's like where you get hot, you got to keep it going. So I'm be all the way on point for Villain when I get over there.
Okay. Zanny, you had any other questions, bro? I think Zanny was good. Zanny?
Nah, I'm good, man.
All right, no doubt,
appreciate
man.
you, bro.
Word, man. Shout out to Zanny. Shout out to the whole UK and all that too. It's big going over there and all that too, man.
Man, I can't wait to get like this. It's just something you could check. You know, if people knew what I had to go through to get my passport, you know what I'm saying? Like that's I gotta make sure I go over there and do my thing.
My man Precept actually wants to get on too. So
Okay.
let me do that too. Precept, what up? He said,
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Got you loud and clear. What up?
Hey, what's up, Oops?
What's up, bro?
Hey, bro. First off, man, respect to you, bro. Like, I'm a fan of yours, man. Even though you do be having like the stumbles and chokes, bro. Like your material is definitely worth hearing.
I appreciate it, bro.
The question I have, bro, like, since you've done politics and you've done like the hip hop thing, and now you got this documentary, like, what's the next avenue for you, bro? Like, is there something else that you're trying to conquer? Like, are you trying to do like books? Like, you got television? Like, what's the next thing for you?
So that's wild that you said that, and I appreciate you too, bro. So I'm working on a book right now, called Triumph and Tragedy, and
Okay.
I also have a series that I'm working on with the film director who directed the documentary. So we have a series that we actually I can't say too much about as far as like the production company who will be behind it, but we actually have a couple offers on the table, and this docu series is about, it's called I ain't gonna tell you what it's called because I don't, you know, these cats out here.
Right.
But it's basically showing a different side of battle rap, and it's picking battle rappers and going into their world and just showing a whole different side, and me adding my little 2 cents in and saying, hey bro, we could be doing this, right? And like actually bringing it full circle. So it's showing a different side of battle rappers. It's showing a more human side of battle rap, what we go through, and introducing battle rap to a wider range of people in the world who might not necessarily watch BET, right? Watch us on YouTube, or know the lingo or whatever. But it's bringing it into their world, because one thing that we noticed with the documentary is that when we show it, we always show it to people who know nothing about battle rap. You know, average age was 45 and white, right? And one of their favorite scenes in the movie is the battle rap scene. So it's like, all right, bet it's this more of a story to be told.
Okay. I got one more question, man, if that's okay.
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Oops. What you and Daylight did in your third rounds was legendary, right? Like we all consider that like a classic moment in battle rap.
Right.
On top of what like Lux did with his third against Calicoe and Verb's third against Hitman, what do you think about all the bad imitations that came out of y'all third round, man? Like everyone having these struggle rounds now. Like, what do you think about that, bro?
So you know what, bro? I feel like it's unfortunate because it's a difference in how it came off in Lux's round or Verb's round or my round, right? Like, I feel like these other rounds have been so forced that it's just not natural, right? Like that's not something you can absolutely just write for. That's a moment that has to happen for you, and you say, all right, bet this is what's going to guide me. Because when Daylight spit his round, it's 3 different interviews out there. If y'all go listen to him, Daylight had heard my previous third round. I scrapped my first third round because I was just rapping. I wanted to show the world that I could rap. And when Daylight got up there and did what I wanted to do, I'm like, oh no, I'm just going to get up here and talk. I don't care if it rhyme. I don't care if it's on rhythm. I'm just going to talk from the heart. And it came out, and it was amazing. And I feel like that's the same way with Verb's third round. Verb had to feel that round. That wasn't forced. And so it's unfortunate when you see kind of like these rounds because it's like they're trying too hard. And even if it's 100% true, even if it's everything that they're going through, it's just not as natural. So it don't come off as authentic, or it don't hit as hard, or it don't pull at your heartstrings, right? It don't make you feel no certain type of way. So I feel like it's just unfortunate.
Do you feel like a certain level of pride, like you kind of help birth that out, or is it like more like a disdain, like, man, like I wish I hadn't done that, like you know what I'm saying, like some regret?
I feel good about it, and I don't necessarily look at it from the sense that like I helped that. I feel like I came into my own and realized that that's what I was gonna do. That's one thing that I was gonna be coined by. Right, Magic
Right.
gonna punch, Chiller gonna scheme, Oops gonna have his third rounds. And
Right.
so I think that what happens is I think it's definitely a place for it, and it needs to have because everybody got a story, and the best way to tell your story, in my opinion, is in the third round, where it's the last thing that people hear from you, right? If
Got
you
you.
want to leave people with something, so I'm actually glad that people are doing it and being more vulnerable about telling their stories. I just hope that they will find kind of a more comfortable way of doing it, so that the fans could be
Right.
receptive to it.
Right on.
Right.
I got one more question, man. One
Yeah,
more
yeah.
question.
Do your
Hey,
thing, bro.
Oops, do you feel like anybody's ducking you right now, bro? Like, are there talks of people that you know for a fact, like, are trying to avoid you, trying to get on that stage with you?
Let's talk about it.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't feel like nobody ducking me because I still feel like I feel like the fans, and I hate saying fans, bro, because I feel like my fans are family, right? But I feel like the battle rap family that I have, the widespread, I feel like they notice the talent. Like they put me up there now, right? They put me on the top 5 St. Louis list. They saying that Oops one of my favorites, and this is why I love that. But when it comes to the actual battle rappers, I feel like a lot of them are still underestimating me. I feel like a lot
Okay.
of them, because it's different when you hop in front of me, right? When you just watching it, you could break it down quick and say, "Oh man, he can't talk to me like that in the third," or we know he gonna do this or he gonna do that." Craig thought that,
Mm.
right? Emerson thought he knew kind of what I was gonna say, like, and I was in a different form, and so I feel like they not. I don't feel like nobody ducking me. I just feel like they still kind of underestimate me on the low. I feel like when the B dot battle come out, even with that second round, even with my stumble in the second round, bringing it back, like I feel like they still, people are gonna start to understand a little more. Like, okay, Oops, but I think I'm gonna have to get one of these top tiers and clean kick their ass.
Straight up. Hey,
Right on.
Precept, man. I appreciate you, bro. Where you coming from?
Wichita, Kansas, bro.
Oh,
Alright,
Wichita, bro! I used to live
alright.
in Wichita, bro.
That's what I'm talking
Man,
Really?
about, man.
yeah,
Okay.
as a kid, that's what's up.
Let's
Yeah, I'm still
talk.
stuck out here as an adult, so
Niggas is stuck. Hey, man, shout out
yeah.
to the whole Midwest, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Right.
All right, man. And now let me just do this because this is the I wanna kind of dial in on this real quick because I would be remiss if I did not talk about politics. We do a political show up here every now and again. I know everybody's in the comments, nigga, you ain't done a show in a minute, but we're gonna get back to it. But now the field right now. What are your
Uh-huh.
thoughts on the Democratic field, and why should I personally be excited? Because I'm not. I'm just not.
So, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky, just like when I go talk to young people about voting. Right? I talk to young people and I try to get them in this mindset of how important it is to vote. Right? But the first thing I tell them is, if I was you, I wouldn't be excited either. I wouldn't be
Mm.
excited, right? Because who do we have that's a front runner that you feel truly speaks to what you're going through, right? Truly speaks to what you've been through or what your community look like or whatever it is. Now, me personally, as far as the Democratic field and the presidency, I like Julian Castro.
Okay.
He's not in the top 5. They blocking him out of the debates. They blocking him out of the media, right? They blocking him out because he's talking about police reform. He's talking about black and brown bodies being killed and that being gun violence too when it comes to police.
Mm.
Mainstream media don't want that. White America don't want that, right? Like
True.
the establishment don't want somebody who's on this big platform coming out here saying, well, what happened to Botham Jean and what happened to the young lady in Texas and what's happening to Mike Brown and Tamir Rice and Eric Garner. Like that's gun violence too. So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
They not talking about it. He's Latino, so he's talking from the place of a person of color.
But do you think black people are going to get behind that? And honestly, the fact that you brought up those names, I don't actually hear those names in debate and conversation. I don't feel like people are speaking to black people. Like it's like
Oh,
no surveys going on. Like they're not talking to none of us until it's election time now because they know we really could swing it and they know we sat home during Hillary. And
but
that and
that's
that
the
was a
thing.
big lesson of it for me.
That's the thing, bro. They ain't even talking to us now. They just banking on us hating Trump. They not knowing that black people feel like, look, it don't matter who in office. we've been going through the same thing. Democrat, Republican, whoever. And so they not understand, even with these polls, right? They don't. I was a state representative, one of the top officials in the state, did a lot, bought millions into the budget, passed legislation, Ferguson activist, whatever you want to name me, right? Now, one time have somebody polled me, ain't nobody called me and said, hey, well, what do you feel about? So those numbers that come up and they say, well, 39% of Americans, 39% of white Americans over the age of 45 that live in more affluent areas than where we from feel this way. Not all Americans, not everybody from this country, because y'all not polling everybody.
They don't poll us. No.
They don't poll us.
I've never seen that. If anyone's ever gotten polled, let me know from one of these big organizations. But go ahead.
And the other thing about it, bro, is the reason why you're not hearing these names of these lives who've been killed in the middle of the street, who've been killed in their own homes, is because you don't have people like Julian Castro on these debates. The one chance he did get, the one time he got on the debate, he was able to touch on it. And of course, they cut you off and they trying to get right to but he mentioned the names right now. Boom. No, what about this? No, this was a police involved shooting. That's gun violence. Why we ain't talking about that? And after that, you ain't seen them on no more debates. And so it's a shame that they blocking them out of the mainstream media. And it's gonna be hard for black folks to get behind them because the way you notice these candidates is the more you see them. You see them on TV. You see them, they talking about them on CNN, Fox News, wherever it is. The debates pop up. You see the faces that's on there. Like, you get to know who these candidates are. So if you got Julian Castro who fighting an uphill battle, who using every piece of fund to get to these communities and say, all right, well, I mean, one thing he brought up is he said, why are our early primary states Iowa and New Hampshire?
I don't get it. I don't understand.
He said you talk about having a representative government, you talk about speaking for the people and speaking for everybody, you speaking for a good percentage of the country, and you look at the demographics of New Hampshire and Iowa, and you won't find two whiter places except for Utah.
Yeah.
So why aren't we coming to our more affluent areas that are more not affluent, but our more diverse areas, right? Our more inclusive areas that you're talking about, places that got a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? Even if you talk about Illinois, even if you talk about Philadelphia, even if you talk about New York, you're talking about places that have a melting pot of people. So why aren't our earlier primaries there? So he talking about a whole lot. It's just, and I've been trying to figure out ways to blow this brother's voice up and get him out here and do different things. And I'm working, trying to talk to his campaign team, because even if he doesn't get the nomination, his perspective needs to be heard on that stage. I mean, his perspective needs to be heard.
He can still shape what the conversation's about. The thing I like about people that I don't necessarily think are going to win is that they challenging the people who probably are going to win to open their minds to different things. So he caught Joe Biden a couple times on the stage and all that too. So he's sharpening the debates. So it's like that works too. But like, I don't know. Like I'm trying to figure out where it's gonna go, because the way it's looking is like everybody is banking on, we hate Trump, but by measures of the economy and things like that, if you don't really care about politics, if you apathetic toward politics, like, you know what I'm saying, you can't say the economy is bad, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be honest here, I don't like his behavior in office. I think it's unbecoming of a president. He's corrupt. He needs to get out of there. Based on that, because I follow everything. There are people who don't. So why should they even be excited for real?
But okay, let's backtrack a little bit. The reason why you can say the economy is bad, bro, is because there are people that are still living in poverty in the greatest nation in America, the richest, most powerful nation. And there are people that's living in poverty because of the systemic issues and the systemic structure that's been built to put us in these places. So we absolutely can say the economy is bad from our standpoint, because when you live in the hood, when you live in these spots, like, you don't get the luxury of seeing the big picture, right? You don't get to say, oh well, as a whole, we've done this. Nah, This is what's still happening down here. Now, if you just care about the 80% of the United States that don't look like us, or how much ever percent it is, then cool. Yeah, a lot of them doing fine. But on the same hand, like, so we gotta bring that truthfulness to, and some of them numbers too, because the economy, even the improvements in the economy, that happened from 8 years of work that was done for the prior administration, right? So you don't get to just come in and reap those benefits and say, oh well, I'm hearing it. Nah, bro, that was 8 years of doing back there. That was 8 years of a lot of different work that went into place, and not every president is perfect. None of them perfect. They all got their flaws. I got my issues with everybody. But when we talk about being excited for election, what we need to be more excited about and for are our local elections.
Mm.
When you talk about councilmen, when you talk about state reps, those are the elections that we got to get excited for. Those are ones that we got to really, really, really come out for, because that's what shapes the policies that we living through each and every day.
Right.
Our state government is making state laws. Our city council is making city ordinances, right? So that's enforced by the local and the state. So if we don't have the right people down there, it don't matter what's happening all the way up top, because that ain't get down to us most of the time. What's gonna happen is when you got your state that used to be purple that turned red now, and then they have all of these different stringent laws that has this, we're gonna be tough on drugs, we're gonna be tough on crime, and it aids to mass incarceration instead of rehabilitation. That's because of the state government. That's because your state Department of Corrections. That's because of the folks we put in office on the state level are shaping things the way they want to shape them. And then when this conservative person comes to run for president, he already got it on lock, because that state there already went from purple to red. So if we lock down our states first and our cities first, we'll be able to control what's up top a lot easier, because they'll know that, okay, Missouri, Illinois, so-and-so, out of the 50 states, we got 30 blue states. Boom, we good. Let's roll. But it ain't like that no more. Right. So now we got to get back. We got to go, because that's what the Republicans did. They concentrated on local levels. They concentrated on state reps. They locked down these houses. They became the majority in all of these state houses, because Missouri used to be purple. And within 8 years, we got 163 seats. And we went from being right around 60%, 60-40 Democrat to 60-40 Republican to 25-75 with a Republican majority, with every single statewide office being Republican. Man. So they was able to chip away at it, but they chipped away at it. They took off chunks. They ain't just chip away off it, with a little corner of it. So we should be getting excited for these local elections, and with these local elections, we should be putting our people up. Malcolm X got a speech, Ballot of the Bullet, where he talked about us having the power to create these candidates that we need. We know what we need. Mm-hmm. We know what we need for our community. And when you talk about local elections, when you run in your local elections, you run it in the neighborhood that you live in or that you're from. So you know this neighborhood, this community better than anybody. When I ran for office, I had the hood come out. We have more votes in our district history than ever before.
Mobilized.
Man, it was cats coming to the polls like, man, I don't know his real name, but I'm voting for Ooops because I know he out here. And people like, all right, well, Ooops is Bruce Franks. This is pamphlet right here when you go in. And that's what it's about, though, because these cats wouldn't have never voted. I was walking up and busting up dice games. I was getting down on one knee with $20 while they shooting fives. Like I've been fired, you don't tend to vote. And they look at me like, hold on, what? Yeah, I know. But we finna talk about this voter registration as soon as we get done, though.
Right.
But you have to meet people where they
at. That's a fact. That's how you do it. Yeah.
And when people say, bro, the main thing you'll hear us say is, man, I don't do politics. There's only one response for that, bro. If you don't do politics, I feel you, but politics gonna do you. So you can sit to the side and you can say, you know what, I ain't messing with politics. I'm cool. That's cool. I understand that. You even got reason for it in some cases.
Yeah.
But just to let you know, politics ain't gonna stop doing you because you don't do politics. They ain't gonna stop moving and stop creating messed up policies because you decide not to vote. Exactly. You're just giving somebody else the power to make a decision for you. And when you get caught up in that bind or when that challenge hits you, you're going to be like, damn, that's messed up. We should have did this. We should have did that. It's like, I bet. I feel you. Your vote sometimes wouldn't even change the outcome, but your vote will give you a voice.
Exactly.
And once you get that voice, you can spread that voice out to everybody else. And then once you get enough voices, they absolutely ain't got no choice but to hear
you. Man, so with that being said, just one last thing. Now, if I hate to, if Trump ends up winning, if he ends up winning again, if he wins re-election, despite everything going on, despite the impeachable offenses, clearly, what do you say about that? Like, what do you, what would be the first thing that would come to your mind after that election night victory? What do you think?
We didn't learn from 2016. I feel like there was such a divide in 2016. And a lot of it was warranted. Don't get me wrong. I voted for Bernie. I was a Bernie cat.
Mm-hmm.
We only had 2 choices in 2016. My choice lost. So then I had to question myself. Look, who do I vote for? Do I vote for this woman who I really don't necessarily care for, or her a lot of her policy issues? We do have some policy issues where we align with, but some of her policy issues we don't. Some of her rhetoric I don't. Or do I vote for this cat who I don't agree with almost nothing he got to say? Outside of this man showing up to where we protested at his events, and he told us back in the day they would have handled them a lot faster than this. Back in the day, they would have known not to protest in a place like this. Police would have came, and it wouldn't have been so nice for them back in the day, back in the good old days. What good old days you talking about?
Exactly. I don't know what again means, right?
Yeah, you're talking about Martin Luther King and when Rosa Parks, when Claudette Colvin was sitting on the bus. You talking about when those kids protested, they sitting at the counter, got spit on, and that's what you're talking about? You're talking we was getting fire hose and dogs sicked on us?
That was a more peaceful time for them.
That was the good old days for you. Oh, that's the America you want to make. That's the great again America. Okay, cool. No, I'm cool on you. I'm definitely cool on you. I take this. I take her. You know, at least we could press her. We could press her. We in the same. Let's organize. We in the same party. Boom. We got a whole block of votes now. We got all these different. Boom. This how we gonna do it. But with you, we can't press you. We can't press you because we ain't vote for you, and you feel like you only, you the president for these type of folks over here, or this particular type of people. You don't really care about us,
right?
And so I feel like if that happens again, I feel like 2016 we just didn't learn, and there can't be a protest vote. Like it ain't no such thing as a protest vote when you got lives of people that are marginalized at stake. Like, people can act like they don't care about immigration and the walls and all of that stuff if they want to. I do personally. I don't see nobody.
We next. They get a walk like come on, man. Come on, let's be.
Bro. If you successful with keeping folks out of this country, coming from a bordering country, right? That are fleeing poverty, that are fleeing crime, that are fleeing everything. We're supposed to be the greatest nation on earth. If you successful at cutting them out, what you gonna be able to do with the small percentage of people that we have inside of this state?
Exactly.
We make up less than 15% of the entire United States. Come on, man. Like they not even thinking like y'all okay with immigrants coming over here back when y'all ancestors was coming over here and fleeing religious persecution. But now that y'all here and y'all made it and y'all have been able to reap the benefits of everything that y'all have stolen in this country, now we're going to keep people out because now the resources getting thin. Pay attention to all these shows that are happening. It's a show called 100.
Yeah.
Right? Pay attention to what's going on when they talk about, well, we got to do this because in so-and-so years, our supplies, man, that stuff is real. That stuff is real. These policies ain't being put in place on accident. Like, they really have this mindset. And the more we multiply, the more we get stronger, the more policies are going to come forward that's going to try to put us in a box. And that's why we have to get stronger and multiply now so that we can be able to fight that. They've been trying to extinct us for how many years? Hundreds of years. And they ain't been able to do it. So now that we got resources that at our fingertips, now that we do have the power to shape shape politics and shape our communities, we need to exercise that, because when they come, and we need to be prepared.
That's a fact. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly on that, and I think especially on the local politics thing, and more people do need to get involved. Oops, I appreciate your time and everything, and definitely dropping knowledge on the platform about battle rap and otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing but love, bro. This was amazing, man. Keep this platform going. Shouts out to every single everybody in the chat group, whether you agree with me, don't, whether you think I choke, whether you like me, not. I appreciate your perspective. I appreciate where you at, and I appreciate your support to the rest of the battle rappers that you do support. So I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Nah, we definitely respect what you're doing and everything like that. We're gonna support the movie when it comes out. I mean, that's something bigger than battle rap, in my opinion. I mean, you talking about Sundance Awards. I'm looking at a link right now to that Sundance Film Festival. Like, that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
look, if everybody can go to my Twitter, bro, at Brooks Franks Jr., go to my Twitter. The trailer is pinned on my it's pinned at the top of my profile. Watch that. It's 1:37. Watch that trailer. Share it for me. Share it and comment and say, how it made you feel, or tag some people how them share it. Like, get that mug up there. It's at like 70,000 or something like that. Let's get that to 1 million views. Let's have something like that go viral. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yeah. Now we're gonna put the link up for sure on that, so you can see that at the bottom in the description box and everything.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yo, you doing a lot of things that are a little bit bigger than battle rap, and I think you always have a home in the culture because you represent more than just the sort of superficial thought, the superficial battler. You know what I mean? So you're doing a lot more out here. So I think it's always a voice for that, win, lose, or draw.
Absolutely.
So I salute you for that and that
man,
work and
salute,
everything.
bro.
You know what I mean?
Man, appreciate y'all, bro. Thanks for having me, fam.
No doubt, man. Until next time, bro. Peace.
All right, bro.
All right, so shout out to the people, man. Shout out to St. Louis. Shout out to Ooops. Everybody that's out there. You know what I'm saying? He's on the West. Shout out to LA as well. I wanted to do this for a couple reasons. Wanted to cover the battle rap aspects of it. Of course, I think Ooops is talented. You know what I'm saying? In terms of putting his rounds together, putting his stuff together. And I've enjoyed his work. I've enjoyed his last couple battles, and his B-Dot battle, again, on the Town Business card. KOTD is out there right now. I want to see the matchups, right? Because I think certain matchups make fights. You know what I mean? I don't know if you battle Flacco. That'd be good. Let's see. Let's see what people think about that. Make your descriptions. Put your comments in the joint and everything like that. We got a whole show coming up too, with everybody. Posey, Driz, shout out to Polo. Polo's coming through. So stick around. Don't go far, because we're gonna be around. All right, there's plenty of stuff to talk about. All right, so we're gonna continue that conversation too at some point. Oops. So, but this will be up for the people, and appreciate y'all, man. Tone, bro. Black Compass Media. Until next time, peace.